What's up guys, Sarah Bedroom here for another video. Today I'm here with my wife Bruna, and I wanted to go over a topic that a lot of people ask me about. So it's about big guys. My last video was about escaping side control against bigger guys, and like I said in my last video, it's not necessarily if they're bigger, it's just guys that feel heavier, right? You can have a 140-pound guy that feels like a bus. So in this case, we're more discussing guys that are actually bigger because it's about a sweep on a standing opponent. So if the guy's like 200 pounds, so I weigh 140, and if the guy's like, I don't know, 180, 200, anywhere like that's 30, 40 pounds more than you, I think that constitutes as bigger. So relative to your weight, it's going to be different. So with these sweeps, guys, I want you to understand that they're kind of pre-engagement, and that this is assuming that a big guy chose to stand and pass on you, and that you want to have some simple sweeping attacks against this person. So we're trying to kind of go straight into our sweeps. As ironic as it is that I have my wife Bruna here with me to play the part of the bigger guy, we're going to pretend that she's like a 300-pound, ginormous black belt. We'll pretend she's Bernardo or something, and how do we try to sweep them. So without further ado, I'll stop talking. Let's get into it. So assuming that this big guy, aka Bruna, stands up, so back up a little and crouch, is here trying to pass. Okay? One of the first things that I always do, especially if you follow my channels, this might be a little bit repetitive, is the ankle pick. But I can discuss why I use the ankle pick against bigger guys. The ankle pick is something that shouldn't really take much energy, and it's something that's simple to utilize against somebody who's trying to stand and pass, especially if they're bigger than you are. So how do I do the ankle pick? I don't like to go same side ankle pick on bigger guys, because when you go same side ankle pick, meaning her right, my left, I typically have to stand up and bear the weight of the leg a little bit. So I like to use more of a tripping mechanism with my ankle pick for a bigger guy, which is why I choose to go cross side. But assuming their lead leg is going to be same side, I have to find a way to get the cross side. So I don't play this flat butterfly guard where everything is kind of in line here. Hands, ankles, body, spine. I actually play more of a aggressive butterfly guard where I'm able to rock up. There's method to the madness. The reason I use this posture is because in a standard butterfly guard, it's a little difficult to get up, right? It can be just 1 or 2 seconds wasted that are going to be necessary for a good sweep. So rather than do that, I like to play here, where now I can rock just over my leg and get into a good posture, right? So here like this. So this is a good solo drill to do, to be able to rock up. So again, I'm here and I have the lapel. It's important that I get the lapel. I don't even care about their grips, I just don't want them to grab my feet. That's why my ankles are very close to my butt. It's very hard for Bruna to grab my feet right now, right? So I can easily hand fight. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to use my hand, and I'm going to drag this collar. But I don't want to drag it so much so that she falls. If she does fall, then that's great. But I want to drag it so that I'm able to get this far leg forward. And then my timing has to be as I drag, I'm already coming here to pick, and look, I'm rocking up. And now look, I'm going to pull, not towards me, I'm going to pull to the side. Because remember, we're trying to use more of a tripping mechanism. I don't want to stand with the leg. So I'm going to pull to the side. My hand is going to be at the lowest point on the mat as possible. So I want it to be touching the mat. I'm not going to interlace my thumb, so I'm not going to grab her ankle. I'm just going to use a monkey paw. And I'm going to jack the lapel grip to the right-hand side as I pull her foot to the left-hand side. That way I create opposing forces, so it's going to look like this. And I'm going to be rocking up simultaneously. So let's get up again. I don't want to throw Bruna across the room, so I'm using a little less force. But guys, when you go for it, okay? So we're here, I get the lapel, right? We're in this fight. I'm low, guys, I'm low. I'm able to easily get up at any point, okay? I use my hand to pull her, but be very quick and aware when you use your hand. Some people will go for crazy flying triangles and kimuras, so there is that very, very small opportunity. I've almost never had it happen. You just have to be aware, okay? If they do that, you're gonna kind of have to get this knee inside so you end up in like an ashigarami, but I like to mention that. And then the flying kimura, try to keep your elbow close to your ribs. Don't put it too far out, okay? So here, but this is happening quick. We're here, we pull back, grab, okay? And now, pull to the left, pull to the right. And I rock up. Very, very simple, very effective. One more time, a little quicker. So we're here, we grab the lapel, we scoop, pull, and we're here, okay? Guys, yank it hard. If you stand up with the leg, it's okay. You'll be able to take them to the mat very, very quickly. It'll be an easy mat return. The next thing is going to be a combination of two different things. So one thing that I like to do is called the silly sweep or the stupid sweep or the Marcelo sweep. Whatever you call it, I do it all the time. Now, I don't necessarily do it to bigger guys to actually sweep them, although my intent is always to try to sweep them. I like to do things with strong intent, that way I get realistic reaction. Now in this case, when I'm trying to do this, I want them to fall, but they're probably not gonna, especially if they're experienced. So what is this silly, stupid, Marcelo sweep, whatever people call it? If the person's standing and they're not engaging and they're kind of crouched and backing up, as I'm trying to scoot in, they're backing up, I want to try to get my feet, my butterfly hooks, behind theirs as I extend and push the knees and trip them back. Okay? That's the silly sweep. Guys, you'd be very surprised how often you can get that. So again, we're here, right? We go into them, they back up, and then we're here, and we make them fall. Silly, right? So, why do I do that all the time? I do it to create a reaction. Oftentimes the reaction that you get, almost always, is they step one leg back to avoid the sweep. And typically it's the leg that they normally have back. So in this case, let's say Bruna's in a square stance because I've been chasing her down, right? I go to do my silly sweep. Guys, when you do the silly sweep, hook's very active, like you're flexing your calves. At the same time that you push, you're extending them out, guys, okay? A lot of people just keep their hook stationary and they try to push back, which does work. It's not ineffective, right? There's no right or wrong in jiu-jitsu. If that's the way you do it and you do it well, then great. But I like to spread their knees as I push them to add just a little extra off balancing. But assuming that that's not gonna work, right? She's gonna step this leg back. Okay, I wasn't able to get it. Now I'm gonna use this opportunity to scoot in. I do this on big and small guys alike, right? I tried to get her, it didn't work, so now I have this grip and I scoot in, right? I want her knee to touch my chest. I'm gonna get shin to shin. I want my head close to her quad. And now I'm gonna go for my sweep, guys. My right hand is gonna attack this grip. Let's turn. It's gonna attack this grip as quickly as I can. Move back a little. Okay? And I'm gonna feed it to my left hand. Remember, we're trying to sweep big guys, so we wanna sweep quick and fast. Now I'm gonna grab the collar. I'm gonna go very slow with this sweep because one, I don't wanna pay when we get home tonight, and two, I don't want her to hurt her shoulder. She doesn't have a posting hand, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push her leg. I always push legs when people are standing. Okay, I'm gonna extend. I'm gonna push that leg. I'm gonna keep contact with the mat. I'm not gonna lift my leg off the mat. I'm gonna keep contact with the mat. I'm gonna push her ankle back. As I do so, I'm gonna pull the collar and just use the slightest hook assist as I turn to my side. And again, I'm gonna go very slow so that I don't pay later, like so. And then I'm gonna follow up and pull them to me and start to pass. I love ending in this passing position against bigger guys because it gives me a lot of opportunity to start to back step, to start to step over, fold, and various things. So again, we were here. She was square, okay? I went for my trip. I missed. So step back, come back. I went for my trip. I missed. I come in. I grab this grip, feed, grab the lapel, push, extend, come in, and then I start to sweep, guys. Guys, that is a super simple sweep, but it is a little bit grip dependent. But you want to play with that reaction. Furthermore, if you don't actually implement that sweep, that's fine. Try to use that reaction of the silly sweep when they move back to come in here because there's so many different opportunities from here, guys. You can just fall, right, and start to turn and then come up into like single legs or half guard sweeps. Obviously, you can pull into single leg X. That's my second favorite thing to do from this position. If they're big and I can't get the grips, I'm here, I'm playing with the grips, I can't get the grips, then I'm just gonna fall and go into the single leg X, right? But, by the way, side note, single leg X is an amazing guard against bigger guys. The reason I'm not demonstrating that on this particular video is because there's a learning curve to it, so I've made a whole series on the single leg X that I'll also link down below. But that's also one of my favorite things. But these are just some very simple options to help you engage and not be scared of big guys. So, guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're watching the content. It really helps me grow the channel. We're well over 3,000 subscribers. We're at hundreds of thousands of video views. I'm super ecstatic about that. I know I say this all the time, but I really, really am. I didn't think the channel would grow like this, and now I see the potential. So I want to get this channel to grow big. I dropped my video on BJJ Fanatics on the half butterfly guard. It's a 6-volume series all about the half butterfly guard. and the feedback has been unbelievable. So to anyone who got that, thank you. Huge shout out. I'm going to link that in the description. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks to Bruna. Os, guys. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As usual, if you like this content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps me grow this channel. Os!